What's up, guys? I'm going to bring you a lesson today on the C-shaped bar chord. Basically, it's just a C chord, but, you know, you're barring it. So it allows you to play down other places in the neck. And if you're a complete newbie, you're going to want to first practice just playing it, you know, where you would normally play with like this. You're going to change the fingers over one. So now your index is going to be free. Very important, obviously. You can't play it otherwise. The intervals. So, we have the bar chord. Say, for instance, right now I am playing it on F major. And the intervals basically, you have your root over here, and that's the bass note. You have a major third. Right, so if you didn't know that, now that's a little trick. When you're playing guitar, it's important to start noticing those little, you know, making mental notes of, okay, this note's over here, this is that, such and such, you know. Alright, back to the lesson. The intervals. So you have the major third, you have a fifth here, you have the octave here, and then another major third. Right? The intervals, they're actually important to know. Not just memorize them, but put them into use. All at first it's kind of daunting. It helps you out a lot later on when you're soloing, or you know, when you're constructing a song and you want to be technical. Of course, you can always feel it, but it helps to know the interval. So, you know, let's say I want to play a perfect fifth over that octave that's switching to a third, so I'm still within the context of the major chord. If it sounds like mumbo jumbo, don't worry about it. Next, how this relates to the major scale itself. Since I said I was playing on F major, where should we start? F major. So, basically, if you know your 3 notes per string, F major scale. Well, it's going to be the root note, the F. So, and so you know it's here, so we're going to play it over here. This actually helped me learn the major scale better, because now I know that I have all of these notes that I already knew from learning a bajillion scale lessons. So now you know you can slide this down. So all of them. Alright, so obviously, other than playing the chord, there's a lot of tips I have for you guys. I implement these a lot myself. You know, you do it as you wish, but they're pretty cool to know. You have the chord. If you lift your middle finger, now you're playing a 7. Very nice and jazzy. Alright, you want to make it real jazzy. That little thing I did brings us to the next tip. So, if you lift this, you have a 7. Now leave this middle finger off. You move the bass note up 1. That's what you have. You now have a minor chord. A minor to be exact. So, funny enough, you know, when you know how to manipulate these bar chords efficiently and effectively, you get a lot of range of harmonic movement in a short amount of space. Because if you were to do it like regular, you know, the bar chord, you'd have to do this. Slide all the way down to A. In this way, you have this. 2 fingers. Another cool thing is, from here, it sounds really cool to go to the minor. So, you're now moving the root note from the F to the D, and from there you can even go to the major, the barre chord. So it looks like this. Barre chord stuff that you can do. Another thing is the hammer-ons. You know, don't forget your hammer-on pull-offs. Remember, keep in mind the context of the major scale. So you have all these notes. Those are all, you know, really close to the chord. So feel free to just explore. I would say, is really just sit down, stop learning so many songs. You know, you can kind of chill on the music theory as well. Just develop your ear. That's a great thing to do. So just play the chord over. Times, mess around with the notes in the scale, and your ear kind of still remembers the chord sound. And you do that messing around with the C shape, you're going to notice you'll be doing a lot of new cool things you never really thought of before. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Stay happy.